Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Ciao.
And g'day.
Welcome back to our channel.
I'm Lily.
And I am Sam.
It's nowhere near as good as when I do it. Today we are doing
Reddit stories. Welcome back.
We tried to find some where the author or the OP was the asshole, but it's really hard.
Yeah, I'll do better research for the next Am I the Asshole?
Alright, I have something
that you wanted to say,
yes. I wanted to tell them about how when we watch these videos back, because we always watch our videos like right before we post them. Just because we don't edit together. We edit one video. She usually edits the Reddit ones and I edit the other ones. And so we'll show the other person the video like right before we post it. And literally every time without fail that we've done this, we're both like, I agree. Like we're sitting there like, yes, 100%. Yeah. This person has some really good viewpoints. We're just obsessed with our own answers.
I think we're really true to ourselves.
We just never change our opinions.
No, it's not like never change.
Well, not
I
short
think we're good at changing opinion, but did you spit on the computer?
I think you spat on it.
How?
What's your proof that that's my spit?
Oh, I can see it.
It could be yours.
No, it's not mine. Anyway, I don't like saliva. I think we believe in what we believe in.
Yeah.
You know?
We often find ourselves saying like the exact same thing that we're about to say on screen or like at the same time, which seems normal. But I think the funny part is that we react to ourselves as if we're some other YouTubers.
Yeah.
And we're like, damn, this is such a good channel. We're like, these people are great. I even said that I wanted to date myself the other day. I mean, I was like, she's hot, funny, and 100% correct.
Excuse me, that's my girl, but keep your hands off of her.
You're gonna get protective against me towards me? No, for me. Wait.
No. Anyway.
This is a mind bender.
Roll some, put some like transition effect. Okay.
Let's begin.
I chose this story from Am I the Asshole just because the title sounded funny.
I love it.
Am I the asshole for not believing my boyfriend that suddenly became gay due to the altitude difference when he was on a work trip in Utah? Americans. Oh, beautiful.
It's like a canyon.
Oh, wow.
Abby and Julia live in Utah. It's very Mormon.
Oh. The story goes as such. I can hardly believe that I am writing this or that it happened, but I am, and it did, so here we go.
That's usually how life is, you know? Things happen and they did, and then
you can't believe that they did happen.
And then you reflect on the thing that happened and it did happen.
Life according to Lily.
That was profound.
I, 28 female, have been with my boyfriend, 29 male, for 3 years. Every now and then he has to go to Utah for a few days because his team has a customer service branch that operates out there. I got a text from one of his co-workers who has become a friend of ours, and it said that on the trip my boyfriend cheated on me with some guy on the customer care team. I did not believe it at first because, first of all, my boyfriend has always identified as straight, and second of all, I just couldn't believe it. I think it's fair, like, if you believe in your partner, you don't immediately believe that they cheat on you.
Yeah, I think my initial, I don't know because I'm queer, but I would think that your initial instinct would be like, I can't believe they cheated on me. And then secondary to that, it would be like, oh, they've also lied to me about their sexuality. They've cheated on, they've betrayed me. Like, that would be the ultimate thing, I would think.
Yeah, but I think, like, she clearly trusted him, and plus she thought he was straight. So it was like, oh, there's no way this is true, you know? When he got home, I asked him about it, basically expecting him to confirm it was nonsense. Instead, he got real quiet and had us sit down and said he had to tell me something. He said it was true. He did have a one-night stand with a guy. I couldn't believe it. I asked him if he was telling me he was gay or bisexual, and regardless, cheating is cheating. It's true. He insisted he was not gay at all, but the strangest thing happened. He said that when he was at dinner with his Utah co-worker, he suddenly became gay. I was like, what? What the fuck? He said he thinks it was due to the altitude.
I mean, like, I'm laughing, but it obviously comes from a really, like, internalized homophobic place. Like, it's actually really sad, but it's like, fucking ridiculous.
Sad, but it's funny because
I'm struggling to believe that he actually believes this, but I think when you're having internalized homophobia, like, you'll jump to any other, sometimes, like, if it's really bad, you'll jump to any other reasoning besides you being queer.
Either he has internalized homophobia or he thinks that his girlfriend is stupid because this is nonsense. Like, this is really nonsense.
But also, like, she said cheating is cheating. Like, even if it was the altitude that made him gay, she's still not gonna, like, feel any different about him cheating on her. So, like, why would he even bother making up such a ridiculous thing?
I was like, you're fucking with me, right? But he said after he had done it with this guy, he got really confused as to how all of a sudden he was gay. He said that higher altitudes can have an impact on how people think and on their emotions, and he thinks that the high altitude made him gay, temporarily. He said that as soon as he landed back home, he was back to being straight.
Oh my god. It's this, I thought I was gonna be, like, laughing through this, but I actually kind of feel, like, really sad.
I was like, did he get dragged or something? But he said that was not possible. They were always in a group at dinner, which is when he became gay, and was only alone with the guy afterwards.
I will say, high altitudes can affect how alcohol affects you. So he could have been, like, more drunk than usual. That being said, your sexuality does not change
with alcohol,
regardless of anything you might be under the influence on.
He said he had done a lot of thinking on the drive back from the airport, and he confirmed within himself that he is straight, and that his only conclusion could be that he was temporarily turned gay due to the altitude.
I also once confirmed to myself that I was straight, but I was like 12 years old.
I was like, whatever, I guess we're breaking up. He looked at me confused. I was like, gay or not, you did cheat on me. He said it wasn't his fault and that human actions are just a byproduct of accidental brain chemistry, and that his chemistry had been altered through no fault of his own due to the higher altitude of Utah. He said he couldn't believe I would blame him for something medical and scientific that was out of his control. He really looked bewildered that I was angry about this.
Now I really understand her first sentence so much more.
So here it says, I don't know, maybe it's convincing and I'm a rube. I don't know what that means.
Please let us know in the comments below. Or did we say to like, comment, and subscribe?
But I'm starting to wonder if I'm overreacting. Like, I know it sounds insane, but is it possible to accidentally change your sexual orientation due to emotional changes brought on by altitude? Is that possible? And if it is, am I overreacting? Should I throw away a 3-year relationship for this? He's acting like I'm being rude and weird. I'm confused.
No, it's exactly like you said. Like, even if it's not possible, but even if the altitude did make you gay, you still have free will. You can still decide whether to cheat on your partner or not.
He still cheated.
If like if a person that like loved their partner like for 3 years and didn't want to cheat, like really didn't want to cheat, went to Utah, genuinely became gay from the altitude, the magic of Utah, and then had an opportunity like arise to cheat on their partner with someone of the same sex, they would be like, maybe I should give it a few days, see if I actually am gay now because of the altitude, and then break up with my girlfriend if I still am no longer interested in women and only interested in men. Like,
this story is insane. I think this man is really trying to make his girlfriend look like a fool. Like, he really thinks that he can play with her and use her. And also, again, I strongly feel about this, and I feel like a lot of people are still of the idea that, well, if he or she cheats with someone of the same sex, that's not cheating. Well, this is still cheating. Like, You can have an open relationship or whatever. I'm not talking about that, but I'm saying if you're in a committed monogamous relationship and you go out and kiss or have sex with someone, no matter their gender, you cheated. Like that's the point. That's it. And I don't care whether you were you decided you woke up magically gay or not. Like you cheated.
I think it's like you said, like either he's having a lot of internalized homophobia and he's like,
you said that,
trying to explain it away, or you said either that or he's trying to like explain it away. But I think it is what you think, which is that he's trying to make up excuses for what he's done. But I would take it a step further and say he's purposefully chosen something crazy and unbelievable to confuse her, and she says right at the end, "I'm confused."
Yeah,
I think this is like a tactic, isn't it?
Like
a manipulation tactic to make someone feel extremely confused, so they don't even have time to like feel upset because they're like so busy being confused.
I think it's manipulation, and because it's so crazy, and some people are really good with words and like with making you feel
crazy. You can say the crazy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is not like, if she looks back, this is not like the first time that he's made her feel confused or crazy.
Let's read a couple of comments before we move to the second story. Been to Utah a ton, haven't felt the slightest change in sexuality. You realize that he's feeding you a cock.
He won't be for much longer, that's
a crock of shit. What's a crock?
I really hope we can leave that in. It's a turn of phrase, crock of shit.
Okay, just wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. Now, to deal with the aliens and the brain waves being into my eyeballs. By that logic, anyone flying in a plane becomes gay for the duration of the flight. Does it mean that if you're gay, you become straight on an airplane?
I was wondering the same thing. And what about if you're bisexual? Do you say the same? Maybe if you're bi, you become ace.
You're like,
That's the opposite. No, it's
not. But it is.
I think we can make anything we want up at this point.
Sounds like a Family Guy skit. If this is real, please leave him. He's cheating dirtbag. And potentially mentally challenged. Yeah, I think everybody agrees that he's probably gay and is just feeding her bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I tend to like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And so I was thinking that he genuinely thinks that it's possible, only because he's really struggling to come to terms with his sexuality. But I think in the real world, it's more likely that he knows exactly what's going on.
It's such a great story. That was the title made me really laugh.
It was so funny when we were both looking for stories and we both started giggling, and then I turned around and I showed her my phone and we were looking at the same time.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not letting my nephew bring his service dog to my wedding?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I would also lean towards yes.
I think a service dog should always be allowed.
I think it's
in places. Yeah.
If it's a real service dog, which I think, like, if it does a service for you, then it's a service dog.
Yeah.
It's an accommodation. It's a disability accommodation. It's like like, dare I say, an extension of yourself? Not an extension of yourself, but it's something that like allows you to live to like your best, like your most comfortable, best ability. So if you invite the person, you also invite the accommodation.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I, 27F, am getting married in a few months to my fiance, 28 male. We've been planning our dream wedding for over a year and everything is finally falling into place. However, there is one issue that has been causing quite a bit of controversy in our family. My nephew, 18 male, James, has a service dog, Max, for his anxiety and panic attacks. Max is a well-trained and well-behaved dog and has been a great help to James over the years. However, I am severely allergic to dogs.
I've heard
We didn't think of that. I didn't think people could be so allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
To the point where I could have a severe reaction if I'm around them for an extended period of time. This is something my family is well aware of. Oh my god, this reminds me of the one that Reddit on Wiki did about someone bringing nuts for themselves to a party and like one other person was allergic to nuts. And they were saying that they hated people with allergies. or something.
Yeah, they say they hate. I think it's Sean who hates. He has a bit where he hates
people with nut allergies. Like, calm down, like drama queen.
Nut allergies are different like cases. I think all of them. I've heard you need to consume them to have a reaction or touch them at least. Like
yeah, no, like I mean I wouldn't mess around with allergies. But
no. Yeah, sorry, finish the story.
We sent out the invitations for our wedding. We made it clear that there would be a strict no pets policy due to my allergies. James and his parents approached us and asked if Max could be an exception, as he is a service dog and not just a pet. They assured us that Max would be on his best behaviour and he would not cause any problems. As much as I understand the importance of Max to James, I had to say no. My wedding day is supposed to be one of the happiest days of my life, and I don't want to risk having a severe allergic reaction during the ceremony or reception. I explained this to James and his parents, and I offered to help find alternative accommodations for Max during the wedding.
That's lovely.
However, my decision has caused a lot of controversy in the family. Some of my relatives believe that I am being selfish and inconsiderate, while others understand my point of view and support my decision. James is understandably upset, and I feel terrible about the situation. So, am I the asshole for not allowing my nephew to bring his service dog to my wedding?
No, it's the only occasion.
Yeah, it's got to be like maybe the one.
Because, like, also the service dog is about your health and your safety.
She's got conflicting health
and her safety, and it is her day, not the child's day. Like, if it was his birthday and he wanted the dog, then I would have been like, sorry, just don't go to the birthday party because it's his birthday. But this is her wedding, and it's her health and her safety. Yeah. So I think it's fair for her to say no, and like, you don't want to like go through a wedding, maybe like crying, like I don't know what happened.
Whatever it is, whatever
is the
reaction.
Like I think it's fair for you to put that boundary. And I'm sorry, like she seems lovely because she also said that she tried to find different accommodations.
I was gonna say like if I had read this and that wasn't a part of it, that would have been the only thing that I would have criticized her on. Like, is there like could he attend from a remote location? Like,
yeah, they could do like a video
on a screen. Yeah, I know it's not the same. I was gonna say like have him in a separate room, like with glass. But I'm like, now that I'm picturing it, I'm like, maybe this is not the most
one of those
ethical. Him and Max can be in a bubble together. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think if there's like anything. Like, is there some sort of medication that she could take? Like, I can understand if she doesn't want to. Like, you don't have to take medication if you don't want to. I was just trying to think if there's a way,
anything else
that everyone could be happy, but I understand if it's not possible.
Look, I think I'm usually against like crazy wedding. I'm against crazy wedding requests. Like, I don't like when they're like, no, you need to cut your hair. No, you have to wear this particular shade of color. Because I personally don't care, and I think like people should do whatever they want. But this is in the limit of like what is safe and like that it's like okay to do.
I will say like follow on from what you're saying just now. That I've heard a very similar story about weddings and disability, and I think this does veer more on the line of the bride being the asshole, although it's still your wedding, you can do what you want. One? No, another story that I've heard where a person had a degenerative disease, like I'm not sure exactly what, but their symptoms worse over time. When the wedding was originally planned, like they were in much better condition, and it was going to be like a hike to the wedding. Basically. But then COVID happened, and it had to happen like 3 years later, and that person's condition was much worse, and there was no way they were going to be able to attend. And so they talked to the bride. They were like, is there any way that you can relocate the wedding? Because they were going to be like a bridesmaid, like a big part of the wedding. And they were quite disappointed when the bride wouldn't like change the location and like work with her. But that's a bit more grey area. Like, I still think they're not the asshole. Yeah, you can do what you want for your own wedding, but personally, if it was a bridesmaid, like someone so important to me that I was going to make them a bridesmaid or bridesman, I would probably want to make it accessible to them, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I can't be mad if someone else like
I agree. Like,
doesn't feel the same
no,
way.
I agree. If it was, and it is for a medical reason, not because like they don't want to hide.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, because I can see only probably as of now, like my sister being my bridesmaid, and like I don't want to get married if she's not there. You know what I mean? Like, because I think for me, marriage, like
it's about having your loved
it's about
ones
having your loved ones
present.
celebrating your love for the
especially the ones that you specifically want to be in the bridal party. Like you would think that those
they're important.
But at the same time, I wouldn't call them an asshole.
Yeah.
It's
I guess it's just not the asshole, but it's a bit sad. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't try and change it, but then again,
this is like a wedding that she's been dreaming of for I don't know how many years, and then it had to be postponed for 3 years. Like I can understand wanting to go ahead with that, but I thought that was like
it's very interesting. Maybe we should do like a wedding dedicated episode with
I think we also have sometimes some opposing views about weddings, so we should.
I think it would be interesting. We have opposing views.
We do. We have different values sometimes when it comes to weddings.
Yeah. We should do it.
We will.
Make sure that we're on the same page before we get married.
It's probably a good.
It's gonna be a fist fight at the wedding.
Yeah, it's probably, or maybe even like engagement stories. Like, and then once we're engaged, we can do wedding.
Yeah, I think we should do. Okay, let's do it.
So that we make sure, we've weaseled out all of the potential arguments that we might have. All right.
Well, thank you so much for watching and commenting, because I know a lot of people are commenting.
I'm sure everyone that's watched has commented and has also made it this far. This time you get finger guns.
No, and I do guns. No,
and I do them so well.
That's my son. I love you. Thank you so much, and
see you next time.
Ciao, mate. Okay. Ciao, mate.
He was squeezing. I didn't notice until like the last squeeze, and then I was like, she's counting.
Ciao, mate. I'm gonna leave that.
Please, I don't know what just came out of my body.
Ciao, mate.
Let's go sauna!
Ciao! No. Find the controversy. Yeah, we're like a glue binding.
We've literally had one each.